Mate, this guy literally reached into his soul and went, I have so much compassion for you, victim.
Not what?
You thought you could come here and colonize me. You thought you could come and impress your girl and your friends and use me as your stepping stone to a better life for yourself in my country. I'm so sorry. You're that arrogant. He literally went, I'm so sorry. You're that fucking stupid. That's a Buddhist beatdown. Maybe we should call it that. That is the most Buddhist psychological beat. Beat someone up for 5 rounds and then apologise to them in a high-pitched voice. So what was supposed to happen is I was supposed to have a Muay Thai fight, but apparently I accidentally began the process of transitioning into a woman. Because I kind of had a Muay Thai fight, but then just sort of stopped halfway through. Alright, bear in mind I haven't seen this, but I know how bad it's going to be. So this is going to be, to be honest, this is going to be funny just watching me watch this. This is going to be so uncomfortable. Oh, mate, I can't breathe. Like, my breathing's getting anxious. My breathing's going up into my chest. Kind of wishing I didn't even realise he was a southpaw till about 20 seconds into it. I was like, oh yeah, shit, he's standing different. That kick, by the way, that first kick hurt so bad.
I didn't see that.
It hurt so much, that this kick here.
You hit his shin?
Mate, nah, he just hit me. But this is what I'm saying. Sorry, this is the moment I realised he was southpaw. Ah. That's what I'm saying. It's like 20 seconds into it or something. He hit me with one inside low kick, and I was like, wait a minute. That's not supposed to happen. I was like, how the f did he hit me with his rear leg like that? I was like, oh yeah, shit. That one there. That one there. Look, because I was out of distance to what would have been a rear leg kick from an orthodox. Yeah. Such bad awareness from me. I didn't even notice. Oh, bruv, I aura mogged him so hard as well. I just had so much control, like my presence and just the centre of the ring and everything. And I fucking let him beat. I literally let him win. I actually let him win. Beat myself. Here's where I knew he was scared. There was something here where I just knew that he was shook. I was like, and I got a little bit complacent. I was like, all right, I'll just walk him down. Eventually there'll be an opening. I could see it in his face, like I could see it in his eyes. I just feel it coming off him as well. I was like, this guy doesn't want any sort of exchange.
Is there a way you can have the thing playing and have the seconds and minutes at the bottom?
What are you talking about?
Because you're on a game map. I mean, like just never mind.
Yeah, and also his teeps just didn't do anything. It felt like a little child, like just tapping me. I was like, your teeps are gay. Like, you got no chance of beating me. That's all that was going through my head. I was like, there's no way this guy can win. And my distance was so off. That's what happens when you just spar boxing. I sparred like maybe 2 rounds of Muay Thai in the past, since we were in Udon Thani. Yeah. Literally since over the past, what's that, month? 2 months? Month and a half, yeah. I've done 2 rounds of Muay Thai, like 6 minutes. And I've done shitloads of boxing. Just boxing every morning. And you can see it here, like I couldn't get past his teeth. Yeah. It's not like I couldn't get past it, it's like I was just waiting to throw hands, and then I just saw his knee coming up and his teeth coming out. I was like, if I duck, I'm gonna get clattered in the face with a kick or a knee. And I was just drilled myself in training out of the rhythm of Muay Thai, out of the entrance and the distance of Muay Thai. Yeah. Which is that's honestly probably the main lesson I would give to anyone watching this is your habits determine your reality. my habits were literally boxing habits, and here you go, like in a Muay Thai fight, it clearly didn't translate well. You can see that I'm like getting offset by the kicks because I trained boxing habits, which makes complete sense. You hear that and you go, well, obviously if you're fighting Muay Thai, train Muay Thai, of course. And it sounds obvious, and it is obvious. I mean, even you can see it when we both throw hooks, mine is stronger. You can see it. Like, I had so much more vril, ether, orgon. Like, I was supposed to win this fight. I beat him before we even got in the ring. You can see it. Like, my aura is just so much stronger. It's true. But my point is, that sounds obvious, yeah. Like, yeah, obviously train whatever you're gonna fight. I don't know, you get into the rhythm out in Thailand, and it's like I'm teaching first thing in the morning, so I can't do the Muay Thai classes in the gym that I'm near, that I usually train at. So I just go to boxing afterwards. And I'm like, all right, I'm experienced, I know what I'm doing, it's whatever, the boxing's still pretty helpful, it's a fight, who gives a shit? But then you actually get into it, and you get into the detail of it, and the guys that I'm training with in boxing, they're all like 6'3", they're all like 80 to 110 kilos, like they're all heavyweights and they're all tall. There's like 5 main guys there, and they're all like at least a head and shoulders taller than me. So I'm constantly having to fight on the inside and like roll and slip and go down to go up and get my entrances with these looping hooks on the inside. Which, when you're doing Muay Thai and you've got a knee coming up and a teep coming up, as soon as you dock down, you're going to get kicked in the knee in the face. So like all of that training that I did, it just was a complete waste of time for what the actual task was at hand. And so that's the lesson. You can extrapolate that, and the same with business, anything, is that whatever you're doing in your day-to-day life is going to lead to the outcome that you get. So don't fucking overlook that. It's very important. If you want to improve your circumstances, have a look at your inputs. What are you doing on a daily that's leading to the situation that you currently want to improve? How can you improve that daily routine? And to anyone watching, this pain of watching yourself lose is the growth. This is where you really do improve. And it hurts so much, and it's so painful, and it's such bullshit, but it's got to be done. You have to lose a few times to get better. Oh mate, it's so weird watching it from the outside, seeing how scared he was. I didn't even notice like just how nervous he was. Just jump forward and punch him. Superman punch him straight through the middle, you pussy. What are you doing? Alright, so I'm going to come on to the second reason now, because now it's starting to get obvious. I can see why this happened. I can see exactly what it was. Is that this is where, so in the second round, so anyone that doesn't know, in Muay Thai, first and second round is like, Nico calls it connect and collect. So you like connect and collect the data on your opponent, like work out what they're doing, work out their rhythms, where are they weak, where are they strong, and then in round like 3, 4, possibly 5, you then start turning it up. Already in round 2 here, I was like, all right, cool, I've got this guy, I know what I need to do. Here's the thing, you saw this. I had a cold this week, right? And just before I came out, the cold started. Before I came out to the fight in my room, I really started burning up. Maybe like 3 hours before the fight. Started burning up a lot. And I started coughing loads, like about 2 fights before my one. And I was just thinking in my head, I was like, all right, don't let it phase you. You're fit enough. It's only 50 minutes max. You'll be all right. Just go for it. But I did get a bit nervous. I was like, oh shit. What if I gas out in the first round and I don't take him out in the first round? I need to conserve my energy. I don't want to like have 4 rounds of no energy. And that was genuinely going through my head, like for the first, like now. This was going through my head now. And I just let that inkling of fear stop my killer instinct. You see, like here, like when I should have just gone back and gone like, all right, cool. In my head there, he caught me. I was like, go back straight away. Yeah. In my head, I was like, nah, it's all right. You still got 3 rounds. You'll be all right. Like you'll get him eventually. And like, don't gas out. And I let fear stop my like pit bull response. So gay. Like it's just, oh man, it's so weak. That was where it started turning in that moment there. I can watching it back now. I can see it through the screen. No, I have it. I don't deserve food watching this. Mate. So bad. So that's the second lesson is, it's a tough one, it's a nuanced one, because in a fight, everything I've just said there, which is basically me coping right now and sort of like making a quasi excuse, it is also logically true. There's two ways of playing it when you have a bit of a handicap, like whether you're injured, got a bit of sickness or whatever. One is you try and meter, and you go, all right, well, I'm a bit impaired, so I'm going to try and be smart with my allocation of energy. My right hand's injured, so I'm going to try not to use my right hand. And you try and formulate a plan around that in the moment, which is one way of doing it. The second way of doing it is going, fuck that, I don't care. If I die, I die. Go out on my shield. And you just go for it, which is what Ramon Deckers used to do. There's a clip of John Wayne Parr talking about Ramon Deckers on the Joe Rogan thing, about how Ramon Deckers had such bad injuries to his legs, where he just caught so many kicks and had so many kicks checked. He had surgery on his legs where they were going to amputate it. And he just didn't give a fuck. He would just go in the ring and just go, well, if I lose my legs, I lose my legs. And that's the difference.
He had his foot fused.
He had his ankle, yeah, his legs, his tibia fused to his foot. And that's the whole point. And that's the energy I needed right now. Gives a shit if you're ill. Who cares if you might gas out? Mate, go for it. I'm looking at myself just going, what the fuck's wrong with me? Like, that's why I made a joke at the start, transition into it's just like a male to female transition. It's just, that's such gay woman thinking. Like, oh, you might get tired. Like, don't be too aggressive. You've had a bit of a cough. So embarrassing. Here, like, why am I waiting? And he's experienced, by the way. He's had 50 fights, he told me. Here in round 3 is where the judges take most of the scoring into account. You can see him throwing loads of kicks, so he scored his points in this round. The first 2 rounds are like pretty much non-scoring. That's why the crowd are going crazy, because everyone knows that he's now winning this fight, and this, like, even though he's on the back foot, it's like, here I'm just being a faggot. Like, what am I doing?
Is that as bright as your screen will go?
Yeah. Being such a pussy right now. We both just kicked each other in the bollocks there. I kicked him in the balls, he kicked me straight back. But to be honest, watching this in hindsight, like, he's landing a couple, but they're not doing damage, and I'm just bullying him around everywhere. This isn't as bad as I thought it would be in regard of ring control. My ring control's fine. I did exactly what I needed to do, which is like sense fear and put him in a corner, but I just didn't capitalise. You know what I'm doing? I'm doing what Jack Hopkins did. This is exactly what Jack did in his fight, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, he cut him off. So we had a game plan, me and Jack, for his fight against that Australian kid, which was cut him off and put him in the corner, and then just unload in the corner. Like, hurt him in the middle. The plan was to hurt him in the middle and then cut him off into the corner, which he did really good. But then he let him get out of the corner and recover, which is exactly what I'm doing here. Like there, that footwork's terrible. I should have cut right. I let him get out. And my footwork's shoddy. And there's no excuse for that, because that's a boxing, Muay Thai, it's the same thing. If they step right, you step left. Step bigger than they step, so you cut them off. You put your foot outside their foot, and that doesn't give them a window of escape. And that's not what I'm doing. My foot. Mate, I could have done another 5 rounds at the end of this. My cardio was absolutely fine. All those fears were completely misplaced. Cardio was absolutely fine. Check my cardio program in El Don Dojo if you want sick cardio. You can see my cardio is good, my power is good.
Yeah, right.
Just didn't fucking use it.
That's why it was weird watching you, because like, you were just tying yourself up for no reason. Like,
yeah.
It seemed alright.
Yeah, mental block. His shots are just bouncing off me. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that point about the footwork, by the way, so that's the 3rd lesson for this, anyone watching. Make sure you step a couple of inches at least, like maybe 6 to 10 inches, let's say 2 to 8 inches wider than their foot, so you don't give them the angle to escape. Basically do what I didn't in this. Every time I put him in the corner, he was able to slip out because I didn't cut him off. And I'm usually very good at it. So I'm not even that annoyed at myself, because I know this, I teach it all the time. I just, for some reason, didn't fucking do it in this fight. Yeah, but to be honest, this isn't that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad.
It's not that bad. Like, this is me just beating myself. I should have beat him. I was better than him. Not better, stronger. He was clearly better. He fucking won. So that was really nice from him. He's fighting. That was a. Yeah, let me play that again. That was sick from him, to be honest.
Yeah, he's got a fight IQ.
Yeah, it's fight. He's Muay for more. He actually fights how Pippa, the guy that we trained with the other day, fights.
Yeah.
So like Sanchai, Zilla, like stick and move basically. He's the epitome, this guy, of Muay Thai, which is a defensive martial art. Hit and don't get hit, protect yourself on the back foot. It's technically hard what he's doing, fighting as you're going backwards and causing and scoring points. He's good. This guy's he's not bad. So look here, look. So you see there, as an example, my left foot, his right foot is outside my left foot, which is why he's able to stick me and then get out of that channel. Okay. You see that? Yeah. Look, so watch this. Look at my left foot, you see that? His right foot goes outside my left foot. Yeah. He hits me, and look, he has all this space.
That's a good angle.
All this space to go into, which is terrible for me. And if you look at what I do with my left foot here, it doesn't go left enough. Again, his right foot is outside my left foot. Yeah. So if he wants to, he can just circle the whole way around.
Yeah, he can take you back.
Yeah, he can take my back. Look, only now am I starting to sort of get it back in. I put him. So it's actually really important. I'll go through here because this is the epitome of the fight here, which is why he actually won. Is that the angles of the front foot? His front foot is generally outside my front foot, which when you're in a open position, which means southpaw and orthodox. Open because his rear side is open to my rear side, so both of our rear kicks are open to each other. That's why it's called open. So southpaw and orthodox are open. When it's orthodox versus orthodox, or southpaw, it's called closed because your rear kicks are closed to each other. His lead foot is outside mine, so he's got all of this space here. So I noticed this, but it's too late at this point, and I step sort of left. This now opens his rear kick up, which is why he cleverly steps back into the space and then bangs me with a kick. Boom, just about managed to block it. And I come back with a body kick, get a little score back. But look, even here, look at his front foot again. It's back into the space. He's now stepping into the space. I should be quickly cutting at this angle here, 45 degrees towards his back foot, stepping my right foot outside his left foot, and then spinning him back round into that corner. Or I would step towards the ref. I'll take like a side step and then go straight. So it's a 45. It's called an L step. You step right and then go forward, creating an L and putting him back into the corner where his back is, into this corner over here. You see that behind him? You see that? So whereas if you look at the mistake I made just there straight away, I just walk sort of towards his front foot and look at the space he's got on his left side. So he's now probably going to circle left if he's smart. You see that? Yeah. Look, he's now got all that space to circle left, but then he actually went right. But the point is my footwork isn't cutting him off. Even there, look, I stepped the wrong way, and look, he's now got all this space to walk around in, and I'm just spinning around like a twat. You see that? How important basic footwork is. So this whole little minute exchange here where he's racking up points, it could have this whole outcome of this fight would have been different if I had just placed my feet 6 inches in a more specific position. That is the importance of footwork right there. Literally make or break for a fight. It's that in a nutshell. That's why footwork and learning to control your own body weight and how to step and walk and move, it comes before everything. This is like my fucking whatever, like 12 fight, 13 fight or something, and I'm still fucking this up here. Like you can't ever dial it into the you can't ever perfect it too much is the point. Like here I am as a pro and a teacher, and I'm still getting it wrong and noticing how I can improve it. So practice your fucking footwork is the point. See there, I did it better. You see that? Step towards the left, and then I step towards the right. Now back to the left. So here I'm trying to put him in the corner more. So I should have took that middle there quicker. Mate, I'm usually good at this. I don't know why I f***ed it this bad. I don't know what happened here. I can see the vitality just leaving me. To be honest, in this moment, this is where I can feel a bit weak, like a bit, but not weak in the sense of I can feel like a weakness in my chest where I've been like coughing and shit, and I didn't. If I was to make a fist, the fist would be weak. Okay. Do you get what I mean? Like I felt like I could fight and I had cardio and energy, but I didn't have like power. It was halfway through this third round where I just felt the power go, and that was my concern at the start. And you can sort of see it here. You can see it just kind of leave me. I just didn't have that same spring and that tenacity that I usually have. And I don't know if it's the cold. It might have just been an off night. It could be a load of reasons, but here I'm seeing it just disappear. And also there's an element of him as well taken out of me. This is a really good lesson that you can learn from my opponent here, which is the momentum of victory. Which is when you're scoring, when you're moving good, when you're hitting and not getting hit, when you're landing combinations, when you're executing strategies and techniques, it gives you momentum. It's easier to win, right? When you win. Yeah, well, when you win a fight, when you win a punch exchange, when you land a shot, it gives you energy and it drains the other guy. So you're seeing him like outscore me, and he's getting stronger off of it, and I'm getting weaker off of it. He's not really hurting me, to be honest. My leg was a bit fucked up. My leg's pretty banged up now, but it's nothing drastic. It's not like he's like decimating me or nothing. He's just catching me with a couple jabs here and there. I'm not able to like walk him down. He's able to get out of range, and it's just costing me spirit. Do you get what I'm saying? You can see it there in my body language. I'm just pissed off at myself, and that's an esoteric lesson there for life. It's like, what vibrational state are you in? He's putting me in a compressive state of like irritation, anger, like kind of shame. He's making me feel embarrassed that I'm not performing at my best, that he's landing on me. And here's another good little metaphor for how there's no opponent, right? The real fight I had in this moment wasn't him, clearly, because in the first 2.5 rounds, you can see he wasn't really threat to me. You get what I mean? He wasn't like he was gonna f me up from the beginning. If you watch the first round, that could have gone either way, right? Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? So really the battle wasn't like, oh my god, this guy's so much better, I need to, oh, he's so scary and shit. The battle was with myself in this moment. When I'm in this third round in the corner now, I've got to sit there with myself and go, come on, Samraz, like, you're getting annoyed, you're letting yourself feel embarrassed, you're letting yourself be doubtful and fearful that you haven't got cardio and that you're sick or whatever. You're getting pissed off you can't touch them, like all these lower states of irritation is me beating myself. Do you get that? Like, it's not this guy beating me. If I was in a state of genuine abundance of positivity, I'd be like, oh, all right, cool, you landed a couple shots, now you're going to go and smash him. Now you're going to go and blah, blah, blah. Like, he doesn't even exist, just go do what you know you need to do, which is like, cut him off, land your shots, all the rest of it. It's that there is a good example. It's the fight is with yourself, it's not with the opponent. And by the way, someone might say, well, what if he is a fucking absolute killer and he smashed you up and he's clearly going to beat you? Even then, the fight's with yourself. Like, how are you going to go out? What are you going to do? Like, how are you going to go for a Hail Mary? You're going to try and let him wear himself down, rope-a-dope him? Like, it's still with yourself. It's always with yourself is the battle. I just think I'm a good example of that right now. You can see, watch that last round again, replay it, watch my body language, and at the end, how I'm just beating myself. Like, he didn't fucking hurt me. Like, he didn't beat me up. He made me get pissed off at myself, and that psychological warfare is very important. Very important thing to understand and master. Oh, is this round 5 already? Yeah. Oh shit, I didn't even know that was round 5. Yeah, so he's actually conceded. He's asking me if I want to concede. If you ask him where he's nodding and us, like putting his hand out to touch gloves, he's saying, if you want, we don't have to fight this round. I've already beaten you. Yeah. Which is something they do in Thailand. Like, this guy fights a lot. He's had like yeah, he's had like 50, 60 fights. We could have just done step up right there. Yeah. I could have just started breakdancing and won the fight like that. Could have just served him. But I was just like, nah, fuck that. I'm never ever giving up. Like, you have to knock me out to beat me. Obviously, I'm never giving up. It's so weird watching my hands just get stuck and not go. Just not releasing my hands. Bro, to be honest with you, it was a level of complacency, I think, actually. It's where I just had so little fear and just so much faith that I'm always going to beat anyone I fight ever. I was like, I'll get him. I was just like, I'll get him. I don't care whether it's...
That, isn't it?
Yeah.
How does the saying go? Pride comes before what?
Yeah, it might, maybe it's there. But look, you can see me, look, this is what I'm saying though. To me, this is more like I'm moving before up to this point like a sparring match, just like taking a piss a bit, just whatever. And like now I'm like, you can see it's like, I've got so many gears that I can go through.
Should give you another 3 rounds.
Yeah, it's their fault. It's just a conspiracy. It's a fixed fight. Alright, that's actually what it was. It was a fixed fight because they knew that if it went 10 rounds, I would have won. This is Thailand, this is how Thailand gets you. They'll sign you up for a 5-round fight, knowing that really you'd be better in a 10-round fight. They play the rules to their advantage. Do you know what I mean? This is what happens. They're just trying to oppress us. But this is because I'm mixed race. It's 100% because I'm a BIPOC. This is just pure racism. Oh, mate, I don't even... you know what he said to me there that was hilarious? What? Sorry.
Yeah, he said sorry.
Yeah, he literally says sorry to me.
Gentleman.
So when he said sorry, I was like, all right, that's because he's just a really like fucking what's the word? what's the word, like humble, respectful Thai.
Yeah.
Now I'm fully done. Now I'm gonna let myself get emotional. Be like, nah, it's because he knew that he was basically cheating. He didn't want it. He was scared. He said, sorry for being a coward. I just basically cheated by teeping and running away and not having a fight. So he just basically says sorry for being a pussy. That's what he said. I'm joking, he didn't. Thais are really respectful. He beat me and he was like, sorry, I don't mean to embarrass you. Oh, mate, it's amazing.
Better than that. That's so
amazing.
much more
Amazing.
fucking psychological beatdown than like.
That's the most alpha shit ever.
Voting and
That's the most alpha shit ever. That's the most alpha shit ever. He actually meant, he kissed me and he went, mate, this guy literally reached into his soul and went, I have so much compassion for you, victim.
Oh, what?
You thought you could come here and colonise me. You thought you could come and impress your girl and your friends and use me as your stepping stone to a better life for yourself in my country. I'm so sorry. You're that arrogant. He literally went, I'm so sorry. You're that fucking stupid. I'm so sorry that you're the product of your environment. That is the most Buddhist shit. That's a Buddhist beatdown. Maybe we should call it that.
Buddhist beatdown.
That is the most Buddhist psychological beat someone up for 5 rounds and then apologise to them in a high-pitched voice, bruv. I sparred with Borkow before this and he was the same. Mate, Borkow absolutely mauled me for 3 rounds and then afterwards he was like, oh, he was like, you're good. He was like, good job. It's just like, why are they like this? Like, stop making it worse. That is hilarious. I didn't even know it was the 5th round as we're watching it.
Yeah.
As we're watching the replay. That's how fucking out of time I was with this fight. I didn't even notice the 4th round went. Alright, lessons. What would I have done differently? Bro, I'll be honest with you. I'll beat him next time. I'm likely never going to rematch him, but I'm not even that annoyed because I mean, I'm annoyed obviously, but really and truly, I don't feel he beat me. I don't feel I got beaten by a better man in that way. Yes, he performed better, obviously. No, he was the better man in that moment, but I'm saying like, no, hear this.
That's the only moment that matters is the fucking white side fight.
Obviously.
We're not talking about anything else here.
Obviously, but what I'm saying is there are 2 ways that you can lose, really and truly. Yeah. There are basically 2 ways. One is, all right, that guy was better than me. That, like, what am I gonna do? You can just get outclassed. Like, that happens.
Out, or if you get completely dominated, then
well, what I'm saying is that no, it's the feeling you get. Like, sometimes you walk away from a sparring match, a real fight, whatever, and you'll go, all right, I don't want to fight that guy again right now because he was just too good. I came away from that going, why did I let that guy why did I not knock that guy out when I should have knocked him out at any minute? There's two completely different feelings coming away.
Witchcraft.
100%. I saw him doing rituals, like magic rituals in the background. There was literally a guy in his corner, like whispering shit and like using tarot cards. This is what I'm saying. It wasn't even my fault. Do you get my point now? I'm trying to make a serious point, which is, you can either literally take it and just go, nah, that guy was better. Or the other one is like me now, where I'm just like, that was fully witchcraft.
I think, from my point of view, like you could have been a lot more aggressive in that fight.
That's what I'm saying.
It could have gone different.
My own cowardice cost me.
I think, yeah, it's a weird one. I think you were just. I think there is an element of like being so sure that you were going to win that you almost like.
Yeah, it's just complacency.
Sitting on your laurels a bit there.
Yeah, it's just complacency.
Which isn't very good. So maybe take that going forward.
Yeah, you're a professional. Do your fucking job.
Yeah.
It's like the difference between like arrogance and competence and professionalism, definitely. Yeah, it's really. If I was going to summarise it, my own confidence cost me this fight.
Yeah.
That's what it come down to. I was so confident I was going to win. And I'm just so confident in myself generally as a man. I don't feel like, especially when I look at my life in general, what I've overcome in like, oh shit. Here's, what's this, the 4th lesson of this? Which is, yes, be confident, but don't become complacent. Confidence should equal competence, not complacency. Those are like the 3 C's you need to balance. I was so confident because of how I've grown the business, how I've helped so many people like students and had such good coaching results, how I managed to fight and when I won my last fight by knockout, how I just feel like such a phenomenal man on a daily basis. That basically led to a level of complacency for this fight where I wasn't competent enough, where I didn't just do a job that I know I should have done. It ended up costing me and I literally let a guy beat me. You know what I'm saying? So don't become arrogant. Like,
yeah, you're letting areas of your life that are kind of related or only tangentially related to fighting contaminate your the present moment of the
yeah.
fight. Where it's like me saying, yeah, I'm really good at cooking, so I don't need to pay attention on the road. I can just drive like that. It's almost like that, you know.
Oh shit. Yeah, 100%. And but this is summary. This is the finale of what is it, Boxer to Businessman. But this is what's interesting. Like, I'm not here funding my life with Muay Thai.
No, of course not.
You get what I'm saying? But this is what's interesting. Like, the whole point of my channel and what I do is to help people add fighting to improve the other areas of their life, right?
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, if you're a professional fighter, you're only going to do that. Like, the rest of the time, you're too fucking brain dead to do anything else, trust me. If you're training seriously for a fight, trying to do any other kind of work, business, anything is generally going to lead to mixed results.
Win some, lose some. You get me? But that is a good point. Like, I've won and I've lost, and I'm growing a business at the same time. But guess what? I'm winning. Like, the loss is whatever. It's a point match. I'm fucking winning hard.